ZEZE MILLZ, and today I have Tricky in the building because everything he writes is in caps, and this is how it sounds. Hi, Tricky!
Hello. Thank you for having me.
I know.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Long time coming, innit?
I know, right? I know. And I've always said, like, I was waiting for the time.
Yeah, you said that about 2 years ago. I think I came to you about 2 years ago.
No, it wasn't 2 years ago. Don't say that.
Don't
make me be one of those, seem like I'm one of those girls that, or one of those people that say, bro, we're going to meet up. Yeah. And then we never meet up.
You done that about 2 years ago.
Even though you said bare times you're going to take me out on a date, nothing.
Yeah, but you killed, like, are we going there straight away?
I'm just asking.
Yeah, but you've killed our love from a long time ago, but we're going to get into that. We'll get
Why
into
are you saying
that.
I killed our love from a long time ago?
Because it gets shut down, innit, and any chance. And we're not talking now, people. We're talking like, and when I say then, it's not even old school. It's like, what? Was it two years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look how you're just blasé our love, rolling your eyes when we're talking about it. You show us to be upbeat.
Oh.
Serious, man.
Oh yeah, because I've told you already. Anyway, how have you been?
I've been all right. Working hard and.
I feel like we have had a interesting dynamic of a relationship.
Yeah,
I would say.
I would say that.
I think we first started out not liking each other. You'd always get onto me in the Made You Think comments because I'd always get onto black men about their preferences, and your preference was what I was talking about.
I felt guilty, man. You know, guilty conscience. Yeah, I just felt guilty. I'm going to be honest with you.
I know you.
So you're not talking to me. You're just talking to black men, and I'm thinking,
and you
why is she drawing me out? Like
shouting in caps, but we know that's across the board. You just
I just write like that all the time.
But when I first came across you, it was in the comments, and you're like, why is this girl talking? I can't remember exactly, but it was along the lines of that, because you enjoy, because you don't really like black women.
Do you know what? And this is what I was going to say. I was going to talk about us, you know, if there is an us. Because you say I don't like black women, but I've fancied you for a hot minute.
Yeah, but I feel...
So no. Straight away. Don't tell me I don't like black women when I'm looking across the table from a black woman and a black woman has told me before, we won't work, or this has happened, or...
Yeah, because I think that black women with you, they might feel that they're just the experimental phase.
And white is what I want.
Yeah, like white women is normally what you go for, even though you're going to be like the mother of my child.
I go for women. I go for calm, relaxed, nice women. So if women are going to be all uptight and abrupt and angry and this, that, and the other, then you can get that on the white side. I've got that on the white side. Do you know what I mean?
I'm glad you said that because it sounded like he was basically trying to say that's black women.
Is someone else feeling guilty now, like you?
No, because you just said I go for what's calm and not abrupt and not whatever.
But I mean that as
in like just as a character trait.
Yes, you seem a bit calm.
I'm not calm. You know I'm not calm.
But I think you seem.
I can be calm.
Yeah.
Like I do have it in me. Like I'm probably more calm more times than I am like even though people think it's opposite.
So that is the reason that our love tried to blossom and you shut it down. So you can't tell me you only like white women when I've approached a black woman, my queen, and my queen has shut me down and sent me back out.
I don't like. I'm not doing industry, guys.
I'm not in the industry, like. No, but when you say like in the industry, like I'm not really in it like that.
I'm bored of you lot.
That's you lot. Whoever you guys are, like whoever you guys are, just talk to us, man, because you've killed us all.
Because you're all just full of shit. And do you know what? I'm going to speak for the women. It's not even just industry guys, but a lot men in general nowadays are just all a bit. You know, I think what it is as well is that I think everyone has a good game in the beginning. Everyone has a good game. They have a good talk. I want to do this. I want to take you out. I want to do that. Then you do whatever you need to do to get whatever you want. You get whatever you want, and then the energy changes. And I don't know if that's intentional or unintentional. I'm not going to be like one of those. I'm not going to say.
It's very unintentional sometimes.
I know it is.
Yeah.
That's my whole point. So and that's why it's not necessarily a thing of like being angry. It's just, I don't know what it is. Biology, science. You bust a nut.
I don't think you're angry no more. You're tired.
I am.
These men have worn you out. You are. Because you're not even angry no more. Because before it was like, these guys don't want this, and now it's just like, I'm just like, these guys, like, I'm thinking, raw, what have they done to my baby, man? Like, real talk. But
nah, I
think I was very direct.
Yeah, but
of what I want.
Yeah, but I've also,
us.
of course, but I've had direct before, and it's just, I think that I'd rather not with industry guys, because I think also you're all like huge men children. You're all man, you're all men child.
I've got my bad traits. But
I'm glad you're here, because I wanted to chop it up with you for a while. I feel like we kind of came around the same time. We did. Because I was just asking you before we started filming when you started For the Culture, and that was 2018. And literally before you came, we were trying to figure out when I started ZEZE MILLZ show, and I think it was like beginning of 2018 as well. That's when I first started doing the ZEZE MILLZ show.
But you were doing something else before that?
No, I was just doing Headscarf Diaries, yeah. But when I started, but when I started the ZEZE MILLZ show, it was 2018, and I remember you and Lippy coming onto the scene and kind of, I always thought that you and Lippy like grew up together because you guys had such a good chemistry and it was like very authentic. You didn't like me. Me and Lippy kind of got along better than me and you, and now it's changed. Tables have turned. I probably get on better with you than I do with Lippy, but that's life. But tell me how For the Culture even started. Like, why did you guys even start it? Because you're originally from Hackney and he's originally from Northwest. How did your paths even cross?
I went on a show called Blacklisted.
Okay, right.
And I, with my guy Babs and Reds, and I spoke on there. And they was doing, you know, the early podcast days when it was just audio.
Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah, no, it was, but I'm very much a camera person, innit? So I don't mind it.
Right.
So we spoke, and then I heard how I spoke on it, and I thought it was all right. We listened back to it, and people was liking it. So I thought, oh gosh, that'll be kind of nice. Started doing that. I spoke to Babs, and Babs found me Lippy. He was like, yeah, I think you will like this guy. And I looked at his video. Remember he done that video of him running away and him doing this and the wheelchair man coming round. He done that video?
I can't remember.
You remember?
Right.
He's got that video on YouTube. So I saw that and I thought, this is my guy. Because I was just looking for someone who's ready to denounce that life a bit. Like, and be like, no, we're not really here for that. And I didn't want it to be with anyone that I've grown with. Because I thought people would just be like, oh, that's just so easy and normal, innit? So found Lippy, and within 2-3 months, we filmed our first episode.
Nice. And then the rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history, man.
Is For the Culture history?
I wouldn't say it's history, it's there, like we could do it any time.
Because you guys, you went away for a little while, then you came back, I saw you had like new episodes, then you went away again for a little while. I heard that you and Lippy don't chat to each other no more.
Did you hear that?
No, I genuinely
Tell the truth.
Did you hear that? I heard that like you, Lippy, a lot of, you know, the crew that Lippy hangs around with, that you guys kind of don't fuck with each other.
No, we was out the other day.
Yeah, but was you out the other day because of what's happened? And it's, because of maybe Hypo passing away, it's brought everyone closer back together again because it's made people look at things like I'm not one of
those people, man. I'm not one of those people that like if you jump on one side you stay there, whether someone's gone, whether someone's here or whatever.
Right, yeah.
But I just think it's more of a, and this is no disrespect, it's more of an age thing. Right. And it's more of a what you do kind of thing. Right. I work with anti-knife crime, I work with the police, I work with the community, I work in youth centres, I work in prisons, schools. No one that you're mentioning does that. So where are we going to meet up?
But then that's what,
do you get what I'm saying?
But in the beginning, like For the Culture, that's what I mean, you kind of spoke about your different experiences. So why wouldn't you still be able to do it? Like he does what he does, you do what you do, you come together, you talk about it.
No, because it's hard. And at the stage when we was doing For the Culture, that's when I was having my little breaks and saying, you know what, I want to stay away from the industry. So when I done that, that's when Lippy's gone on to like Filthy Fellas and done this and done that. And he's done his other things because I can't hold him back. Do you know what I mean? But
do you want to be do you feel like you want to be more in the industry now, or it just makes sense because of the stuff that you want to accomplish?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't think about that. I spend 90% of the time by myself. I don't think about being in the industry.
But
Do you get what I'm
maybe
saying?
not being in it, but like be your content and you being around it, because I feel that a lot, maybe probably more with what you do because you're doing more community-based stuff. In order for your voice to kind of reach far and wide, it's good that you have your social media presence. So now, like initially, maybe when you was doing whatever you was doing with Lippy, it was kind of like, I don't want to be in it. But now, because you've got a bigger purpose, do you feel like it makes sense for you? Because I feel like recently you've been a lot more vocal. A lot more vocal. You're doing more stuff on your own.
It's a scary place, and I'm going to bring you into it in this way because I watch you sometimes, and I think I couldn't handle the rudeness that she handles. I couldn't handle it, and the way you handle it certain times is commendable. Do you get what I'm saying? Because certain times, as big and bad as I might feel I am, certain times I'll just disappear off the internet. I think this is all too much for me. And people will be like, oh, but you got some episodes to be done, and this, I'll lock it all off because it doesn't really mean that much to me.
Do you
But let me stop, but before you start there, I love Lippy to bits. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, that was, I love that little just thing there, just so that he can't call you and be like, yo, my bro, why you say those things for? So now you have to do one little, you know, like, what's that called? Fair dealing line, where it's like, just by the way, just so everybody knows, I love Lippy. Brilliant, he loves Lippy. I'm glad that we cleared that up. I mean, I came on for the culture.
Yeah,
I came on for the culture
man.
when we was talking about colorism, because both you and Lippy seem to not really fuck with black girls, but it was just at the time. Do you know what I mean? So it was a very heated discussion, and I enjoyed it though, because it was nice.
And I think that was the day I started to fancy you. I think
Of
2019.
course.
2019. 2022, we're still here chatting shit.
I know.
Serious, man. Go on anyway, but go on.
So anyway, I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing
Nothing to say to that.
Yeah, because it's
And
just...
we're both Leos.
We're both
Check
Leos.
compatibility.
There's no compatibility there.
Oh, ain't there?
Oh my God, we're just absolute terrors with each other. I've dated enough Leos.
My baby mother's a Leo.
That's probably why you're not together.
That's it. Yeah.
It's true though.
No.
How has it been a dad?
Huh?
How has it been a dad?
It's brilliant, man.
Because you're very active in your son's life, and I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
to see
yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
the split image of you, and it's like I like to see. Even sometimes you put the mother of your child in on your snaps and stuff, and I like.
Oh,
to see
you've
the
seen that then?
Yeah, I've
so you've seen me
everything.
put the mother of my. Yeah, come on, man. But she won't notice that. She only notices when I might.
No, I've
do
seen
something.
it.
Yeah,
I've seen.
always.
And
Come on,
I
man.
enjoyed the fact that you guys seem to get along and that you raise your child together properly. But what is it like being a dad? Because we all know you come from like a background that was not the right quote unquote background. So how was that? Because when did you start being on the straight and narrow? Was it when your son was like old enough for you, or when did that happen?
Me started to be on a straight and narrow when I think it was when my daughter was born, to be honest.
You got a daughter?
What do you mean have I got a daughter? You
I-
nut job. My
Have
daughter's
you?
20, mate. Exclusive, are you crazy? What do you mean have I got a daughter?
We don't speak about your daughter.
Because my daughter doesn't come on my Instagram. I put her up the other day when she was like, Dad, can you unblock me? My daughter's blocked on my Instagram.
Why?
No, don't get me wrong. She's all in my WhatsApp and we speak. So it's not no big exclusive. Like Tricky doesn't talk to his own kids. We talk all the time. Like I love my daughter to bits. But my daughter's not, she's not really into the hype and all the excitement and this, that and the other. Yeah, of course I got a daughter, man.
Is your daughter embarrassed of you?
No, gosh
Okay,
no.
cool,
My daughter's like,
Because she's at that
happy
age,
with
not
what
in
Dad does.
not in a bad way, but
Yeah.
you know, at that age, everyone's embarrassed of their parents, and then on top of that,
she
you're on
messaged me
socials.
the other day. She was like, Dad, can you unblock me because I want to go under Shade Borough's comments and at you. But I only blocked her because she was telling her mum what I was doing on my Instagram, so I blocked her. For the last 2 years, my daughter's been blocked. So anyone tell me if a Tricky blocked me, you ain't got a chance. I blocked my own you.
Oh wow! I blocked my mum once. She's there
You
now.
know, it's like, no, but
Because
it's like...
my mum she started getting too involved, she's like telling me stuff, but I know I unblocked her now. Sometimes she'll say things to me and I'll be like, how do you know that? And then I remember she's watched my stories.
Yeah.
So, go on, your daughter, go on, that's what
I stopped when I started to think a lot more when I had my daughter, because I never wanted none of my children to ever, not for a day, visit me in prison.
Right, okay.
So I just had to change a lot of things. But you know, when you're doing the transition, as men, we dip in, we dip out, we dip in, we dip out. So, but my thoughts came from a long time ago, but I was still dipping in and dipping out whenever need be. But totally, I think the last 4 or 5 years.
And how does that feel?
It feels brilliant. Someone asked me the other day and goes,
Do you ever miss the excitement though?
What?
Of the roads?
I get a lot of excitement now if you knew my life.
Okay.
So I don't miss excitement of police chasing me. I don't miss excitement of going court. Right. I don't miss excitement of people calling out my name saying they want to kill me. So no, in answer to your question.
No, but sometimes I've spoken to some guys, and I reckon, like when I've asked them, like, do you not want to leave the roads? They're like, nah.
Because you see some of them men, they got unfinished business with the street. How could you have unfinished business with a street? They got unfinished business with the street. I've done what I've done, and whatever I've done, I've got no problem with people saying he didn't do this and he didn't do that. Whatever I've done is set in stone and on paper. With these guys now, they've still got things to do. Do you know what I mean? So they still want to add to their record before they end being a street nigger. Sorry because I know you lot don't like the N word.
I don't mind, you can say it here.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I say fuck a lot. Do you, because I think in the last couple, I would say like 6 months, obviously you've been doing it longer than that, but I would say 6 months, maybe a bit more than that, you've been really on this, you can see the clear difference. I think before, even though...
With a lot of men in our industry, say it.
No.
So I don't have to.
Wait, with a lot of... No, with you, not even with a lot of men. With you, it felt like, whether or not it was that, it felt like, although you was not in that life, there was still a little bit of like endorsement of that life.
Do you reckon?
Tiny bit, not
no
like...
Way, where?
Just, I don't know.
From
like,
what episodes?
No, I know that I would say stuff maybe about street guys and you'd be like, well, you don't know what it's like.
No, because you know why I protect them.
But but let me finish.
Go on, sorry baby.
But whereas now, I don't feel like when I've watched your recent episodes, there's not been any kind of like, well, you don't understand. It's kind of like, you lot are dumb, figure it out. Do you know what I mean? And that's where I can see. But what's that been like for you with your old friends that are still in the roads? Are they like, oh, Tricky, you've changed, you ain't the same no more, you're chatting to police? Because you're working with the police now. And in our culture, coming from the roads, whatever change you're trying to make, you don't go talk to the police.
We're talking about some of our drug dealers, yeah?
We're talking about everyone.
We're talking about some of our drug dealers from our area, when probably I was one of the bigger ones. So the smaller ones talking about me, it's not gonna faze me. Do you get what I'm saying? If an ounce couldn't talk to a kilo, never. Do you know why? Because an ounce is 28 grams and a kilo is like 1,000 grams.
But don't you think though?
Do you get what I'm saying? Because you're telling me that people might not be happy. This is and I spoke about it before. Anyone who's not happy with me in this time of my life, you're an idiot. Because I've watched you be happy for me for the last 20 years while I've kept up with a madness. Do you get what I'm saying? 100%. Go and ask them, these so-called people. Why do you think none of them won't come out and say, he's never done this, he's never done that? They wouldn't dare. So they'll come out and say, he works with police, he does this. What, am I a snitch?
Why have you decided to work with the police?
And when I say work with the police...
But try to build that gap or
because
bridge.
It's needed.
Well, I agree, because I had 2 police officers on my show before, and like in the comments, people were just like, oh, never would I work for the police force. And I was just like, I honestly don't understand how black people think they're gonna make a change if they don't kind of like infiltrate from the inside out. So if you want police officers to treat us better, then you're probably better.
Do you know who's my witness? Bobby Kasanga.
Right.
Me and Bobby went to a meeting. Bobby, tell them. Went to a meeting, sitting down, and an officer's like, yeah, I've been working on the force for like 15 years. And he's talking, then he looked up again. And Bobby will tell you, he's like, Tristan, She said to me, yeah. He said, man, I used to stop you in London Fields all the time. To me, I know. Do you get what I'm saying? So even, he was like, it's so brilliant that you're here. How can an officer of the law tell you this is brilliant that you're here and where you've come from, but your friends who have seen you go through death, pain, in court cases, everything, seen you stressed. Oh, I don't like that he's talking to the police. What, for anti-knife crime?
Do you think it's jealousy?
Of course they're jealous, man. People have been jealous of me for years, but it's only now that I don't care about it. Right. So it's like you're too late, and you're actually coming to me, and it's crazy that you say that, because I've put out that I'm doing a live soon.
Yes, we're going to talk about that.
We're going to talk about that.
Yes, yes,
but where do you think? Don't you think my friends have come back all of a sudden? Tris, we need to talk. We don't. And I'll tell you right now, I don't need to talk to anyone. Because anyone, any single person on this earth, yeah, in the last 4 years, if you've stopped talking to me, you stay there. Do you get what I'm saying? No, because listen to what I'm saying. I've been bad for all the years before that. And they've loved me. They've carried me into clubs. Do you get what I'm saying? I've sent people to the shop to get crisps. Some of these guys that you're talking about. Some of these guys all around on platforms and on Instagram, I just leave them. I just leave them to act. Because if everyone's going to do this act, I'm not gonna blow you up and say, bro, you used to go shop for me. Bro, I slapped you in the face for being rude. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not disrespectful, so I just take all their disrespect, knowing that I'm doing it more for my son, I'm doing it more for my daughter. It's not about them. They're not even secondary. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it for my nieces and nephews. I'm not doing it for them. So anyone says like, and this is what has stopped black men from before from coming forward and saying, no, I'm going to work with the policemen for anti-knife crime, because these are the policemen that are going to be stopping you guys. So let me try and pattern them up so they know how to stop you, how to approach you, this, that, and the other. So my point being, we're fighting a losing battle, and we're cool with fighting a losing battle. Let's not work with the police.
Do you think it's ever going to change?
Well, I'm brave enough to work with them and do that.
But I mean, like, the mentality, why? Like, I always have these conversations, like, with people that are not necessarily from the road, so it doesn't make no sense, or X-road, whatever. But what makes people have this mentality? Not your old mentality, not what you've got now, but that mentality of like, no, we don't want to work, or we don't want better for ourselves, or we're going to keep being on the roads forever.
That's basically what they're saying. We don't want better for ourselves. I stood up with the police for anti-knife crime. Do you know how much of my, let's be honest and let's talk serious now. Do you know how much of my friends have been stabbed? So how dumb would you seem, yeah, if you've seen one of your friends standing up for anti-knife crime if about 10 of our friends have been stabbed? Yeah. You're basically telling their mums, shut your mouth. And as gangsters, you're not going out there and dealing with it. So it's a lose-lose. You're not going out there and doing nothing about it. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? So you're not doing nothing, and Tricky can't work with the police for anti-knife crime. No. Do you get what I'm saying? All I know is that when I go in prisons, like I went into prison last week, when I walk through the halls, and this is in Birmingham, they're going crazy. Do you get what I'm saying? So what we're thinking about is my little circle. That's the minority. I go to Bolton, Manchester, Leeds, Liverpool. Do you get what I'm saying? And these people are like, I've had a man cry to me and say, you know what you're doing is amazing. My friends don't matter. My old friends don't matter. Do you get what I'm saying? These fuckers still want Dame Dash tickets. Do you get what I'm saying? Because the one thing they're always going to respect is litness and money. True. Do you get what I'm saying? So because when I was working with the police, it wasn't lit. And it wasn't no episodes with bare views and this, that, and the other. But as soon as it's got lit, yo, Trick, we need to chat. And they know my attitude because I'm a Leo. We don't need to chat. No one can't call me to a meeting. No one can't tell me I need to chat. And anything I do from my heart. I do it for my kids. So I sit down with an officer hoping that, do you know what? Yeah, we need to sort this knife crime out because my son's going to be out there soon. I'm not worried about these 40-year-old men, 38-year-old men, 37, 36. You think I'm worried about them saying that, Tricky, I don't agree? I guarantee you one thing though, they will disagree, but not do a thing.
How old was you when you lost your first friend?
About 17, yeah.
And do you still remember it? Do you remember like the feeling? And then I was talking to you and you said to me that since the age of 17, you think that you've lost someone every single year, more or less, to the roads, basically, or not to the. This is what I'm talking about, not like family, people passing away because they're like to the road.
Without my grandparents, 'cause I've lost all my grandparents.
Right.
My grandparents
I don't have any grandparents left.
Yeah, my grandparents are all gone. I literally lost my gran when I was in prison. It was a very long time ago, and they let me out to come to her funeral. My nan passed away, but my first friend passed away. I think it was 1999 was the first one. Then there was one in 2000, another one 2001, 2002, 3, 4. There's practically, but it's like, what would you expect from a gang of like 50? Where is everyone going? Do you get it? Do you get it? Yeah. Where's everyone going? People are gonna die, and this, that, and the other, and the ones not doing nothing are just gonna sit down and moan about what Tricky's doing, because it's greatness what I'm doing, man. I believe that in myself, so no one ain't got to tell me that.
But
do you get what I'm saying?
I actually think what you're doing is like proper brave, especially what the episode.
Sorry to cut you, because you just asked me a question. I'm doing it for my friends that have died. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm doing it for their mothers. Like people always worry about, but don't you speak to that person? I'm a big man with youths. Do you think I care about who I hang around with for the day?
Yeah.
Like, why do people even say that? It's so childish. Right. What, you don't talk no more? No! No, I don't talk to a lot of people. Right. Like, but what does that matter? Right. That doesn't stop me from my greater mission of helping people. Right, yeah. I don't need the man them's permission to go and work in a school. I don't need the man them's permission to go and do these things. Like, my heart's set up different than theirs. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm thinking of people's mums. I'm thinking of people's children. Like, some of my guys are dead and they've left kids behind. Do you get what I'm saying? So even it's not an ongoing thing that I do working with the police. But if they ask me again, I'll tell them yes. Yeah. Who's gonna tell me anything, bro? Wait, someone gonna stop me in the street and say, "Oi, come here, bro. I don't like the way you're working with the police." Yeah, oh, come on, man. Don't let me spit on you, man. Please, because I don't want to.
So how have you actually dealt with that? Because when I watched
I break down, I cry. Do you get what I'm saying? I stay away from the industry, but go on, baby. Because
that's, when I watched your episode about Hypo, I thought that was so brave, because you came from another angle that people don't want to come from that angle. Do you get what I mean? People will do the whole like, so sorry, and then they kind of leave it at that.
Because they're worried about the things that you just asked me.
Exactly.
What do your friends think?
But then like, that was like raw emotion when what you put out. Did you ever think to yourself, this is too much? Because at the moment it's like, I don't really care what people think. But is there ever a moment when you do think, I'm too vulnerable here? Not necessarily, I care what they think, but I'm too vulnerable, I'm too open. Are people gonna see this as genuine, or it's just, this is what I'm gonna put out and that's it?
I'm not gonna, as you said, I've done 5 episodes after that one. I'm not gonna bloody cry every week. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna hide the fact that I'm an emotional person. Any of my mates will tell you, I'm an emotional. Like, I could cry inside pussy, like, for no reason. Like, it could be so good, and I could just probably cry or something, man. Like, no, it's not a joke, man. So I'm an emotional guy. Like, my point being,
I've cried during sex quite a few times. I've cried during sex, yeah.
It's a Leo thing, man.
It must be a fucking Leo thing.
It's a Leo thing, man.
Because I've actually cried. I've actually been like,
no, because I'm an emotional guy, and I'm not scared to. I cried with my dad when I sat down with my dad.
Right,
I'm not scared to show my emotions, like, and I think I had to get I had to do all of these things to grow, man. Do you get what I'm saying? Just let out my emotions, because other than that, what am I doing that everyone says they don't want to do? Front. Yeah. You're all fronting then, innit? So I'm the only one that has ever cried before. Do you get what I'm saying? I hear you. I'm not here to front, and because I'm on a platform and you do it as well, you're very honest about yourself, because you're like, if anyone's going to be honest about this, it's me. You ain't going to come and tell me nothing. Right, yeah, I'm going to tell you first, because that's how I am. So no one's going to be like, "Bro, my man's emotional." Yes, we've seen him cry. So no one's not going to be shocked by it. Yeah. So I'm just doing everything that I feel that is meant for me. And the person that I am now, believe I'm more comfortable being this person than Tricky from Hackney and the streets.
I can imagine.
I'm more comfortable.
I can imagine, and I believe
you. Get what I'm saying?
And I can understand
and because
why
I'm
that would
comfortable,
be.
That
annoys people,
makes people uncomfortable. It's so simple. No, it's so simple because we can't let people get away with this. You get what I'm saying? A man can't be trying to save and help communities and people say, well, boy, you know.
Don't make no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make no sense. And this is the same guy you love. Yeah, we used to love him when he used to buy guns and drugs, you know. But I don't know why he changed.
It's actually a warped mindset. It's very warped, and it's actually quite scary.
It's mad scary. These are the guys that our future kids are gonna follow and say.
But this is what I'm saying. When I'm always talking about music and the influence music has, the influence that glorifying this lifestyle is having on our young children, people tell me, "Oh, shut up! It's entertainment. Why are you getting upset for?" The kids know that they're not supposed to do that. I'm like, but do they really? Though?
I think there's a lot of them, and I see it just more on the side of they're changing their lives. And I know you've heard that line. They're changing their lives. They're getting money and this, that, and the other. And I'm not a person nowhere to tell anyone what exactly to do. So I'm not going to tell drill artists, don't go and do this, don't go. I can tell you what looks like. So I'm going to point out things that look stupid.
Right.
Like standing up in masks. Do you know how many people have said, I want you to interview my guy and this, that. Who? My guy with the mask. He's never going to take off. I'm not sitting down with someone with a mask. Do you get what I'm saying? You're going to make me feel uncomfortable for starters, mate. Do you get what I'm saying? No, it's man uncomfortable. So, and we have to understand a lot about these, a lot of these boys are in masks, in these videos, looking evil because they're scared. So they're hiding behind the mask. Not everyone's bad, you know. So I see the ones that are just normal. I've been around some of these guys and they're just normal. Yeah. But remember, a drill song needs energy. It needs killing talk. It needs this. It's part of the.
It's part of the package. Yeah, it's package. Yeah.
You can't be an R&B man from the 90s and not say you don't go down on your woman. Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you go down?
100 million %. Is that where we're going? Like, I'm probably the best in the world. Like, and no one wants to be the best in the world because I've checked. There's a lot of men like, no, you know, man are like, no, I'm decent still. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. And if I'm not the greatest, I'm going to be. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I'm just putting in practice. Yeah, man. I'm like a footballer.
Who? Huh? I thought you was waiting for me.
No.
Oh, you're practicing on other girls for me. No. I hear it.
Not other girls. I'm well behaved, and my baby will do her nut.
You've got a girlfriend?
No, I haven't got a girlfriend. I've got a baby. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a love, a structured love.
Explain.
I don't know, someone that we are sleep with and share phone conversations and love with, like.
So it's basically.
She's not my girlfriend.
So it's basically like a situationship.
No, I wouldn't call it a situationship.
So do you go out to eat and stuff?
Well, I eat her. Like, I don't know if we go out to do it. Right. But no.
Wait, do you go out? Do you take her out to eat and stuff?
No, we don't really do that. But like probably indoors eating or something.
It's just a chill. Oh my god, I used to have one of those, but we recently stopped because we had an argument, and I feel like that was going for about.
Yeah, we had an argument about 2 days ago.
Are you stalking?
Yeah, I'll call that.
Okay, see that's because the lines are getting blurred.
What do you mean the lines are getting blurred?
The lines are getting blurred.
Because you know what happens? Arguing. Someone always wants a little bit more.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, in my situation, none of us wanted more. I just feel like he was not being as respectful as he should have been, if that makes sense. Oh. But we were fucking around for like 3-4 years. But like, as in that, as a casual thing.
And you're asking me about like.
No, but listen.
So you was just casually just sleeping with him for 3-4 years.
Wait.
And you didn't want to give me a little 2 months.
Wait a minute. I know what's going to happen.
Up in that for juniors.
Wait a minute. Obviously, because there's some people that you know it might not work as a relationship. However, you get along really well and you have really good sex. Oh. Okay. Not that he's a good person. I'm a good person. It's not because he's not a good person. It's just that sometimes you're not compatible, but you might be compatible sexually. Oh. And I'm able to kind of differentiate the two. So.
Bless you, baby. Bless you, baby. Let's take you home, man.
No, wait.
Yeah, go on.
So, I've got to ask you so many more questions. But I wanted to. So yeah, what happened is, every time I would start talking to someone seriously, we'd stop talking, fucking around, and vice versa. So it was kind of like an agreement. We had banging sex with each other. We got along really well, but we kind of always. He was in a weird place in life, then I'd be in a weird place in life, or then we realised actually we weren't right, but we'd have banging sex. He's the only guy that's ever made me cry.
Cry? Is he still around?
As in during sex.
Is he still around? Is that who you had? Is that who you slept with when you come up from holiday in the new year and you was like, oh, my first sex of 2022? That's how you know I stalk your ass, innit?
Oh yeah, it was him. Of course it was
that him?
Oh yeah.
Oh, see? Yeah. How tall is he?
He's like 6'3".
Told you what sort of guys you like. You know what? This is why I don't play no stupid, you know. No one ain't gonna Bredriano me, you know. Like, no one ain't Bredriano in me.
Yeah, but also, I've also gone out with guys that are like not 6'3", and I find them mad sexy.
Huh?
I find them mad, like I find shorter guys mad sexy as well.
Yeah, man.
Okay, quickly talk to me though about the Damon Dash thing, because I think that's amazing. And I think really tricky. You know, sometimes you can look at things and be like, oh man, that's a dope idea, man. I wish that was me. But, or not wish it was me, but I wish I thought of that. But I genuinely looked at it and thought, only Tricky would have been able to do this. Because I feel like you will just know how to talk to him properly. And because you both kind of come from like that kind of world, and now you building your own thing and whatever.
But that's why I love it, because one minute you can talk to the police and then you can talk to one of the biggest moguls out there.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think that you are going to have a really, but so is it going to be like, it's all live?
Live at the O2.
Live at the O2.
Indigo.
Yeah. And how long are you going to be talking to him for? Like, have you got your, how are you going to do it?
A couple of hours, it's going to be structured. Me and Nikki are going to be sitting down and talking about filming and being a mogul and other stuff. Right. Give questions and answers to the crowd. And
okay, nice.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Nice. Are you excited? Are you nervous?
Nervous.
You're nervous?
Very nervous.
When is it?
October the 9th.
When I ever come over for some lessons, I will give you some lessons.
To your house?
No.
Bredriano Part 2! No, when I think about it. No, seriously. No, but you know what it is? Because I always say, and I said it to Bobby one time, only you can do what you do. You know I can't interview people, innit?
You can.
So I'm learning.
Yeah,
I'm
but
learning.
But you did that series with Link Up, and I thought it was good as well. I thought that was good.
Yeah, but that was...
What?
That was a bit hard.
Yeah, but that's fine if it's hard. It's supposed to, when I first started, it's hard. I've started doing a new documentary, and it's very out of my comfort zone. Yeah. But it's better to do that, because no one then can like box you in. Do you know what I mean? No one can. So now you can, like you said, the Met Police can call you up and say, actually, Tricky, we want you to do an interview with the chief of da-da-da, because we know you can, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
so it's like everything, when you go out of your comfort zone, that is the best.
And even that's out of my comfort zone. Because remember, I'm from that world that you're talking about.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm from that world where we say F the police.
Right.
And I'm not going to stand up with a load of drug dealers and murderers and say F the police.
It don't make sense.
It doesn't make no sense.
Right.
No, I don't know why they're stopping me. Mate, you got about £1,700 on you with a bag of drugs and a gun.
Right.
I don't know why they're coming to me though.
Do you
get what I'm saying?
Do you think with stop and search, they're telling me to round up, but I would love to ask this because you've spoken to the police. Do you feel like, obviously black men are disproportionately stopped by the police, right?
All the time.
All the time. But do you think that they could do more not to be stopped by the police? Black men.
Are you shitting me? Of course we can.
I'm just asking. Because
even when I was on the street,
right,
I was never a person to say F the police. I've met police officers and they said, you know what? One thing about you, you always had a good attitude. I've met police officers. I've been nicked and had all things, and police still treated me in a certain way. We don't make it easy for ourselves. So as soon as the police come round into your area, F the police, fuck that. You're just making it worse. And when they come and stop you and drag you up, and then that's the video that we see as the black people. Why is he dragging up our black brother? Why do you think I don't react to none of them videos? I don't know what that guy done about 2 minutes before. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not down for, and this is what it is. You're always gonna stand out, yeah, when you don't go with the majority. And the majority are loving man that go in and out of prison every 6 months. Yeah, they're loving just hanging out on the block with a bottle of Hennessy. Make sure it's Lex Stars because it's brandy as well.
That's
so
my bottle
sit
as
on the
well.
block
Slide it
with
over
that.
here.
And that's it. This is your bottle. Do you know what I'm saying? Sorry, baby.
I hope he's gonna say don't share it with the guy that blows your back out. Because that would be wild. Imagine me
If
sipping.
my man ever puts that up on his gram and says, thanks, Trick,
He
trust
would never.
me.
He's very quiet. You wouldn't even know who
Oh,
he is.
he's very quiet. Yeah, you
Quiet.
keep him quiet, boy.
I keep all my niggas, I should say that. I keep all my guys quiet.
No,
you know what I'm
seriously?
saying? No one knows who I
So you dating more than one man?
No, I'm actually not dating anyone at the
You're not
moment.
dating anyone at the moment?
I locked someone off this morning.
Let's go, that's it. Let's go. ZEZE MILLZ, Trend Central. Tricky, www.lexstars.co.uk. Go and get your tickets at www.beinspiredlive.com for Dame Dash Live at the O2, Nikki Slim Ting. It's been amazing sitting here with you. Like, yeah, there was a little close to an emotional moment.
I know, I was so close to making Tricky cry, and then my team was like, yo, Mike's hanging out. And I was just like, guys!
Yeah, you was there.
But they're telling me I've got to wrap up. I could talk to you all day.
No, we can, man. I knew it. Though,
I know, but that's the
I knew
thing.
it.
Maybe we should do something together. As in, not that, I mean like
No.
talking.
I've said someone from time, me and you doing a show together.
We used to argue all the time.
No, but it's what they need.
It's what the people need.
Yeah, 100%.
But I want to talk about sex on my show a lot.
So do I, because I think I can get out of the box of talking about saving lives and this, that, and start wrecking lives. Like,
Saving pussy.
oh, please.
Oh, yes,
No,
honey.
seriously.
You want to save pussy?
Can we cut this now?
Okay, guys, it's been real. Tricky, I love you loads.
Love you too, baby.
Honestly.
God bless you.
Thank you, guys. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. I feel like we have to do part 2.
We have to now. We have to.
Part 2.
We have to. That was good.
Thank you.